Hi everybody, Bobby the Locksmith here. Wanting to show you what your problem with your Honda locks are when your Honda locks don't work. Oftentimes you'll try to put a key in your door or your ignition and it won't turn, and then you're stuck, and then you go to a auto mechanic and they usually end up giving you two different keys like this one, and there's all kinds of challenges. But what happens with this happens to be a door cylinder out of a Honda CR-V, and what happens that they don't turn is because these little pins that are here actually don't sit in the right spot. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here, and then you'll see right here that there is a spot. See that right there? See how that's sticking up? Well, I'm going to show you that the problem is that that's the bad pin, and if I push it down, it'll go down. Now, they all need to be flat and flush, so this way it turns in here, and it turns and they sit in that groove there. And the problem is when you put the key in and out, it goes and sits up. See, that one's sitting up. Now trying to get that back down again is not going to happen. It's staying up. Now the reason is because that pin is worn and it's bent. Now I'm going to take it out and I'm going to show you. Now as I do that, I'm holding these front and back because they are held in with springs, and I'm going to pull this out of here and show you. Okay, there's actually a spring down in there. If you look carefully, there's a spring right there, and I'm going to put this key back in. We're just going to put this to the side right here. Okay, now that spring will actually, I have an actual spare spring here. The spring would actually go underneath here like this inside of the chamber, and it will go up and down. Well, the problem here, I'm going to show you a brand new one. This is a brand new one. And if you notice on the brand new one that it has this pin right here. Now that tip actually, well, use the old one here, rides right on this up and down, up and down, up and down, right? Well, it rides up and down. The problem is from going in and out, in and out. Here's the new one. All right, see a little tip on there? See it sticking out? From the wear and tear, it ends up looking like that, really worn down. And the problem is from worn down, that tooth that sticks out, you could see right here from the key going in, it rubbed all the way in, right, as it goes up and down. The problem is it actually pushed and bent that tooth. And now that it bent that tooth is actually, you can see I'm dragging my finger across it right there. So that tooth is bent, and because that tooth is bent, it doesn't want to ride up and down in this chamber. Right? If I ground that tooth off, it will actually ride up and down the chamber. But the right thing to do, or the best thing to do, is to go to your local Honda dealer and get them to get you a coated lock cylinder that's coated to your key. Oftentimes people will just take a lock cylinder that's got a different key and put it in. What we're going to do here today is we're going to take these new pins and we're going to put new pins in here throughout the whole thing. But to show you on this particular one, we're just going to take this new one and put it in here just for this one chamber, because this was really the worst chamber of all of them. But we're going to change all of them. All right, but see now it sits in there, it sits nice and low, it sits perfect where it needs to sit, okay? And now that'll go into the lock and that'll turn no problem. All right, so this is, oh, wrong way. It actually has to go this way. See, so it'll turn this way, see? Turn, no problem. All right, and then when you pull it out, you put it back in. So you put it out, it's locked, and you put it back in, it turns. So the reason being is because your pins are actually worn. You could take it to a good reputable locksmith that knows how to do this and rekey these, and then we'll make it the same as your original key. This happens quite often to ignitions in cars, and you want to change the ignition before it gets bad. You want to pull the ignition out and change it. A lot of auto mechanics will actually just change the lock cylinder and give you two keys. Here we're trying to make it one key, so this way the customer doesn't have to worry about having multiple keys. So Just want to show you what happens when your lock cylinder goes bad in your Honda and why it doesn't turn. There you go, and hope you enjoyed the video. Bobby the Locksmith signing off. See you later.